So let's start off with why prompting matters. Okay. Prompting is actually so important when it comes to using ChatGPT or really any of the wonderful AI tools that are now available for teachers, whether that's Gemini, MagicSchool, SchoolAI, all of those different tools require you to input information. Okay, think of this just like the classroom. You're providing instructions to your students and you're asking them to do something. The same thing applies with ChatGPT. We're inputting instructions into the AI and we're asking it to do something based on the information that we have given it. So basically, if we put garbage into ChatGPT, it's going to give us garbage out. Basically, if we put a really, really poorly written, a really, you know, detailed, lacking prompt in, it's going to give us something that we may not be looking for. So, ChatGPT is an amazing tool, but it is not a mind reader. Just like those moments, and you have them, I probably have them all the time, where I go, why do you understand this? When I'm speaking to my classes. It's because my instructions maybe weren't clear. Maybe they were really clear in my head, but my delivery wasn't actually, quite what I thought it was going to be. So ChatGPT responds to how well you instruct it. And you are ultimately in charge of that. Okay. So if you put in a garbage prompt, be prepared to get a garbage response back. That's probably not going to be what you were looking for. So let's have a look at some examples now. So if we put a bad prompt in, if I literally go to ChatGPT now and I go, write me a lesson plan. Okay, for who? What about? How long? What do you want me to know? What are our objectives? What are our learning intentions? I haven't given it any contextual information. It has no idea what I'm looking for. And honestly, it's probably going to reply with more questions and ask for more information or give me something back that is absolute garbage because I put in a garbage input and now I'm getting a garbage response. So, what can I do instead of writing something as stupid as that? Okay, something as silly as that, that doesn't actually have a really specific context to get something out that is probably going to be really beneficial for me. So let's have a look at a good prompt. So here is an example of a good prompt, and we're going to break this down more shortly. So don't stress so much about the actual foundations of this prompt because we are going to go through and have a look at those momentarily. So instead of writing, write me a lesson plan, we need to contextualize it. We need to give it information so it's able to use that to generate an output that is going to be what you're looking for. So maybe we write something like this. You are an experienced year six, start that again. You are an experienced year six English teacher. Create a 40-minute lesson plan on persuasive writing, including a group activity and a writing checklist. So this time we have actually been explicit. We have told ChatGPT that we are an experienced year six English teacher. So it knows that the response that it is going to generate needs to be based on that. Okay, so we've got an experienced teacher teaching year six and teaching English to those students. We've asked ChatGPT to generate a 40-minute lesson. So it now has a defined time period. It knows how long the lesson needs to be. We also have told ChatGPT that the lesson is going to be on persuasive writing. So we've been really explicit with what the lesson is going to focus on. We've also asked it to provide a group activity and a writing checklist. So this is a much better prompt. I guarantee that if we popped that into ChatGPT, we'd probably get something pretty good. Could we always further refine the prompts? Absolutely. Okay, so there's definitely other things that we could add to that prompt to make it even better, but you can see that it is so much clearer, so much more explicit than the first bad prompt that we shared with you today. So the really most important thing to think of here is if you put garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. So just think of that when you are using ChatGPT. Okay, garbage in, all right, is really, really not what we're aiming for when it comes to using this valuable tool. So that is why prompting matters. We need to make sure that we are really clear in our instructions so that we get what we are looking for when we're using ChatGPT.